Havenhythe is a brand new massive continent that's releasing to RuneScape on the 23rd of March. It has been split up into a couple chapters, and the first area is being added in just a few weeks. And to tease this first chapter of Havenhythe, they've released a blog with a bunch of new information about the upcoming content. It's a continent to the east of Morytania, which means, of course, there's going to be some vampire influence in this area. Though from what we know so far, the first chapter is going to be relatively peaceful, introducing us to the human civilization on Havenhythe. They say since first revealing Havenhythe, it's evolved quite a lot, and somewhere along the line, it's taken on a life of its own. The region will continue to grow throughout the year, opening up new journeys and new things to discover along the way. Beneath the quiet communities, however, lays something sinister waiting to bite. Anyway, before we jump into the blog talking about a lot of these changes, we can watch the 10-minute video that they've released. Mod Stew's head is inside the chat box. What you doing in there, Mod Stew? Wait, this is the face reveal of the avatar rework. Everyone's gonna look like Stew. Rainy Stew, your Stew, we're all Stew. Okay, jokes aside, let's start watching.
Welcome to Havenhythe, our biggest area expansion yet. It starts off with a no, there's no spacebar in this one. As I was saying, Havenhythe is a brand new region to the east of Morytania, packed with new quests.
Look at all that clutter. Look at all those decorations. Oh, they did a great job with the interior here. It's so full of stuff to look at. I just love good interior design.
With new quests, bosses, skilling updates, and a massive stretch of land for you to explore.
I apologize, I'm going to be pausing a bit. It looks so natural. I do like what they've done with the cliffs as well. Vast improvement over Anachronia. It just looks like a massive blob with rocks on it. The edge of the hole here is proper rock edges. Oh, I can't wait to check this place out.
It's an area that'll grow with you.
Look how good this looks. The rocks look so natural. Which begs the question, how is it going to run on most people's computers? Because there's been a lot of comments lately saying that RuneScape is stuttering and laggy and jittery, and I've seen examples of people struggling to run it as well. I haven't had any problems personally myself, but I know that it is a common problem at the moment, even worse with mobile players because they just can't seem to run the game. It's probably partially because of not enough optimization, and also with the graphical quality going up means that the requirement to run it would also go up. I think it's a mix of both of those, to be honest, though. Yeah, knock on wood, hopefully people can run this place because it looks gorgeous.
It's an area that'll grow with you over the year. As new stories unfold and new places open up, you'll discover a community with more than a few secrets.
So, let's head east and take a closer look at what awaits you beyond the shoreline.
Gotta say, that new chat head looks fantastic. So many customizations and color options.
Building Havenhythe has given us a chance to return to RuneScape's roots. Havenhythe is an organic, permanent part of the overworld. It's homely, hands-on, and full of rich history.
It looks like a very cozy town. This must be the tavern here. Over there's the farming patch we've seen a couple times. They've got a cow field, some willow trees. I wonder who the first content creator is that's going to do a Havenhythe locked Iron Man account. I think the buildings look really nice too. The roofing is nice. There's a good amount of detail in the walls. You know, I think this could be foreshadowing an update to Falador, because a lot of these rock walls look like they would fit really nicely into Falador. Down here, for example, you've got white brick and then the smooth white walls up here. Mix of pine trees and regular trees. You can see they've mixed it up too, because that is a regular tree right there, but it uses a different graphic style than these ones. But that's not a bad thing, just adding some variety, right? I reckon it could kind of come down to elevation level too, like different trees being at different levels of elevation. Though this is the same elevation, obviously, but how fascinating. And it also maybe looks like you could go up to the top floor of the tavern and then run past and then to the back of the tavern here. So it's sort of like a shortcut through the tavern almost.
It's the kind of place where you can fix a fence in the morning and uncover ancient lore by the afternoon.
Alright, so they did not change the graphics of the magic tree for this update. I just love how natural the area looks with the foliage and the grass and everything. It's like they've got the perfect amount of detail. Here we got the inside of the tavern, kind of a shady guy looking here.
For part 1, we've built Havenhythe with early to mid-game adventures in mind. It's somewhere you can settle in, train, and explore, whether you're a newer Gielinor adventurer or a veteran looking for a new corner of the world to call home.
Ooh, that shine though, look at that. Such a nice glow on the metal bits of the armor. Let's slow-mo this. Look at that, was a nice shine. Just attention to detail, I like it. That seems like a new I don't recognize this outfit. Is it a new one or is it maybe a wardrobe outfit that I don't recognize? I don't know. The quiver looks great though. Rangers deserve a quiver in RuneScape 3.
To the south, it is lush, wild, and somewhat enchanted.
Oh, I love this area. The waterfall looks so good.
But if you head north, the land rises sharply into the mountains, steeper than anywhere else in Gielinor. It's also home to what might be the most precariously placed toilet in RuneScape history.
There's a new toilet. Why would you put a toilet there? A single gust of wind could push that thing off the edge. I think that archer over there is stupid. You'd obviously put it over by the wall. There's no shot that thing isn't getting pushed off the edge at some point. Like, I get the concept here because I saw the pipe, right? There's a pipe here. It's clearly the draining goes out and then shoots into the ocean. So, I mean, sure, but that's just not a safe design at all. I would not use that toilet.
What can I say? It's truly a #1 view.
As you explore Havenhythe, you'll also come across Hollow Hill, a home to a settlement of hill giants. And their king? At least, that's what he likes to tell them. But travel east, and things will start to change. Nature thins and gives way to ground that feels strangely drained. Ancient ruins will emerge with proof that something very old once rooted itself here.
But let's take a moment to meet the people who call Havenhythe,
Yeah, let's not worry about the dangers, right? Let's meet the people.
home.
This is Wendlewick. It's home to farmers, fishermen, and a few
Cozy.
would-be heroes. These are the people you'll be fighting for when danger comes knocking. Or biting.
The houses in Wendlewick feel lived in and are shaped by the people who inhabit them. And
I believe you. I believe you. They look great. The interior design is fantastic.
yes, you can absolutely wander in and poke around. No one will stop you, because in Havenhythe, we reward curiosity.
Oh yeah, we're so back! Menopause, half the buildings were blocked off. This is what I'm talking about. Now all we need is confirmation that everything can be examined, and Mod Luma's already said that they've been going through tons of things making examines.
And trespassing, apparently.
Hell
The
yeah.
village is guided by 3 leaders, Adam, Zeke, and Esther.
Got a peek of the lodestone here and the crest of this area.
Adam values knowledge and foresight.
Instructor.
He'd rather understand the threat before charging at it.
Esther believes in structure and logic.
Herbologist.
And as a highly skilled alchemist, she's always looking for the practical solution. And Zeke? Zeke wants action.
Don't we all, Zeke? Don't we all?
Of course, Wendlewick is not the only place you'll find life. Across Havenhythe, you'll find people everywhere, tucked into the mountains or hidden deep in the southern forests. So, how does your journey begin?
Before you set foot in Havenhythe, you'll find yourself somewhere far more familiar. The Rusty Anchor in Port's Room. You settle in by the bar, and within moments, the bartender offers you a mysterious experimental drink.
Exciting.
No label, no explanation, highly ominous. So, obviously, you inspect carefully and decline.
Nah.
You do decline.
No, we drink it.
Huh?
Of course we drink it. Yeah, exactly.
Just like that, you're plunged into a curious hallucination, and your first quest, Visions of Havenhythe.
Beneath your questionable tavern decisions, something far more deliberate is unfolding. Inanna, the spiritual guardian of Havenhythe, has called you to aid her people. Before you know it, you'll set sail, meet the locals, and connect Havenhythe to the mainland.
In the second story quest, Hearts of Sanguine, you'll begin investigating your strange vision. You may even come across signs that someone else is watching.
What the heck is
The
that?
deeper you dig, the clearer it becomes. This isn't just a local disturbance. It's older than that, more deliberate, and it's waiting in the east.
Uh-huh. Creepy.
In part 1 of Havenhythe, there will be 2 new early game bosses, built to ease players into bossing.
First up, we have Silverquill.
Oh my god. It's so cute.
Bloody Hedgehog, where it'll all be about paying attention, watching for hotels, and moving at the right moment
I love it. Look at its cute little guy. Oh, it's so evil.
to avoid her telegraphed attacks.
Then there's Ivar, self-proclaimed king of bones.
Oh, so the Hill Giant King is also a boss. Interesting. It's kind of like Obor then in old school RuneScape.
Ruling over from Hollow Hill. Ivar is designed to introduce you to protection prayers and special attack dodging prayer flicking, alongside expanding the hill giant story along the way. Both encounters are approachable and built to give you a solid footing as you step further into bossing.
They've added a lot of early game bosses lately, haven't they? They did Flesh Hatcher or something, and now they've got 2 more here. They've probably covered the trifecta of early game bosses then. And then later on in the year, they're releasing that end-game Vampire Knight Titan duo thing.
And yes, there are new rewards.
By defeating Silverquill, you'll get your hands on a brand new craftable weapon that'll aid you in your fight against the Sanguine.
And by besting Ivar, you may walk away with his bone club, along with a few other items too. But we'll share more details closer to launch. Havenhythe isn't defined by looming threats alone. It's a living place, with everyday problems that still need solving.
Alongside the main
There's a little bit of popping. Have you noticed that? Just look at this rock.
Problems that still need solving.
You see that? It popped a little bit. Why did it pop? Is it like loading higher detailed versions of it in and out? Is that it? They're right on the loading zone while filming this. Tisk tisk camera crew. Tisk tisk.
Alongside the mainline story, you can enjoy some homely standalone quests, like helping a would-be wizard find his footing in WizKid,
I love his hat. It's so cute. It's got little stars on it.
or mediating a surprisingly complex housing dispute for some smaller Havenhythe residents in hermit permits.
Because even in a land with its fair share of lurking dangers, you still need planning permission.
Havenhythe also brings a major expansion to Hunter, raising the level cap and adding new big game Hunter encounters. In these encounters, the wild creatures of Havenhythe will find you if you're careless, and they're very motivated.
That's a giant chinchompa right there. Gonna be honest, I'm not the hugest fan of Big Game Hunter, mostly because I get caught and then I get upset. It's alright, but it's not my cup of tea. Hopefully this is better than that, but I feel like it probably will be quite similar. I mean, I'll test it out, of course, but you know, I'm not going into it thinking that I'm gonna love it, you know?
Stay hidden, stay quiet, then turn the tables for some of the best Hunter XP in the game. The materials you earn feed directly into 110 crafting, letting you create the new Tier 85 Apex Hide Armor,
Cool name. Apex creature, Apex hide. Armor looks alright too.
which is the ranged equivalent of Starbloom robes and primal armor. And don't worry, we saw how much you loved the Masterwork Ranged concept
Yeah, look how awesome these two look. Pernix hood style on the left side one. Really cool looking still. Oh, I love it.
in our year ahead video. So we've made
Wait, is that what it looks like? That doesn't look as cool at all. What did you do to it, Jackex? What did you do? Look how badass this looks. What did you do to it? Oh, that doesn't look as good at all. It's the angles, isn't it? It is the angles that things are sitting in. Like the hood here is really cool because it's like very sharp. There's a sharp bit here, sharp bit there, sharp bit there. There's a spiky bit at the top. This one doesn't look as sharp. This one looks kind of rounded.
So we've made
Oh,
sure
no,
it
that's
comes
not
with that
great.
Epic cape.
No, that's not good at all. No, I don't like that. Sorry, I just don't. Also, why do they never show the female version of anything? No. No. Okay, what is it I don't like about it? First of all, where's the quiver at? There's no quiver here. There should have been a quiver, right? Okay, have a cape with it, but have a quiver alongside the cape, right? Secondly, the colors are different. Why is this bit white? Did they use the white from this bit? And then they, like, the color differences aren't the same. It seems like they mainly went with the right design. What is this? Like, why is there, like, buttons and stuff? There's not supposed to be buttons on it. It's like they took the top bit from this. Why did you take... No, you should have had... Oh, no. Also, the dragon hide looks flat compared to this bit in the middle here. That should be a plate that pops out more, right? Also, my 2 cents is that I like the mask more than the one without the mask. Also, don't know if, like, this coat bit here is blocking the dragon hide bit, but you don't see the dragon hide bit at all. I don't like the hood at all in this final version. It's not defined enough at all anywhere. It's way too droopy and rounded. It needs to be more spiky. Needs to be sharp. You know, like this one's kind of droopy and stuff like that, but this hood is better than the other one. Get the mask from this one, the sharpness of the hood from this one. It's like the designers took all the things I didn't like and put it into one combination and made it. They took away all the things I liked and then they combined all the things I didn't like and then they put it, that's what they released. Oh no. Oh, I'm disappointed now. I love the concept art of this. I was so excited. This was like white dragon hide mixed with Pernix in white and gold. It was so cool. And yeah, well, I guess I'm not using that armor set then. What a bummer, man.
At level 73, Black Chinchompas fill a long-standing gap in box trapping progression. And at 32 Hunter, jackalopes improve rabbit snaring, with ferrets now flushing all burrows at once. We're also adding clockwork box traps to catch multiple creatures at a time.
Oh, so that's what box traps do. You can capture multiple in one box. They never mentioned that the last time they were talking about clockwork box traps.
Birdhouse training that spans the entire hunter skill.
I really hope that birdhouses aren't overpowered, because if they are overpowered, nobody's going to do anything else in the hunter skill, just like on old school RuneScape. They might as well just rename Hunter birdhousing in old school, because that's the only thing people do. And that and herbivore. People do herbivore a little bit. It would be really ironic though if they nerfed whirligigs just a little while back and then they released birdhouses completely busted like they are in old school. People only like birdhouses in old school because they give massive amounts of experience and you barely have to do anything. They also give a lot of bird nests, which are useful for herblore, but you don't need that in RuneScape 3 because you've got bosses that drop massive amounts like Archglacier. I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about birdhouses, but I guess we'll see what happens.
And a new level 30 summoning familiar to assist with archaeology soil sifting.
Oh, I actually have this thing as a pet. It's interesting that it's a summoning familiar now too. Good for sifting soil. Interesting, okay.
Alongside all of this, summoning is getting some love too, with empowered obelisks offering slower pouch creation in exchange for higher XP per pouch and a chance to save materials, helping early game players make more of their charms.
That's good. You can choose if you want to do fast summoning then or more passive summoning and save resources and get more experience for your pouches. That's great for Iron Man players too. It means your experience will go further for less resources needed.
Speaking of charms, scattered throughout the northern forests, you'll find spirit moths. Catch them, and they'll reward you with a summoning charm of their respective colour, giving skillers more ways to collect charms at earlier levels.
So much like charming moths in the wilderness, but they give you specific colors in this spot, not just random ones.
Slayer joins in with sanguine crawlers at level 35, dropping vampirism gloves for an early taste of sustained focused combat.
Wait, sustained focused combat, does that mean they give lifesteal? Also, those are recolored Cinderbane gloves. I wonder if they're hybrid sustained gloves or if they're just for melee.
Just combat.
And you'll discover a new fish farming activity where you'll manage up to 4 pools by feeding fish, cleaning water, and preventing algae growth. In exchange, you'll be able to harvest more fish and gain more XP than at traditional spots. Fish farming also introduces the Havenhythe exclusive giant crayfish at level 82.
Beyond that, the region
Giant crayfish at 82, okay. So they'll probably be slightly weaker than cavefish then. It probably heal slightly less as well. Cavefish do 2,200 healing. Maybe giant crayfish will be like 2,100.
Beyond that, the region offers creeping ivy at level 35 woodcutting, a lower level cousin to choking ivy, alongside new skilling spots, resource nodes, and small tasks that gradually unlock more in the land.
Okay.
And much more waiting for you to discover.
Our goal with Havenhythe is for it to feel woven into the fabric of the core game, as naturally part of your journey as Varrock or Falador.
Part 1 opens the door. From there, the story will carry you further east. Later in the year, a First Age dig site will uncover long-buried history.
First Age?
New quests will emerge, and deeper within the region, more dangerous encounters and true endgame bosses await. Havenhythe is a place designed to evolve alongside the world and alongside you. We'll see you there on March 23rd. There's something more. In part 2 of Haven, there's a massive... oh, for the love of God!
Ma Doom, why are you doing this? He was just about to say something. Alright, cool. Generally, it looks very awesome. I love the landscape. Very excited to try out the content of it. There are some things I'm a little bit disappointed by. There's some things I'm a little bit unsure about. And there's things that I'm really excited about. Also gonna have to pick up a baby demon hedgehog pet from that boss. Let's dive into the blog and see what they've got cooking here. So the text itself in the blog is largely just a transcript of the same things they said in the video, so we'll just have a look at the images and see what's going on. So this has to be a statue kind of depiction of Imaru or something. I think that's a wolf character that they've announced as part of this content. Inanna was the name of it. I thought this was a lodestone. I'm not entirely sure what it is now. It could just be a shrine too, I suppose. There's no reason there couldn't be multiple lodestones around the continent, but if that building over there is the main village, then maybe it's too close. It could also be a different hut though, so I'm not sure. Wendlewick itself looks like a really nice little village. I really like that they've added stones along the pathway so it differentiates between the grass. Looks a lot better than when it just kind of fade transitions into grass from a rock, so I like that there's more of a defined edge on that. The buildings themselves look good. They have that kind of realistic but cartoony texture to them. I quite like that art style, to be honest, in general. So bushes look great. Everything looks good. And most importantly for me, there's a lot of detail and small clutter everywhere, like barrels, grass, little bench here, which you could probably sit on. I'm hoping that the content will feel natural to players so that we have a reason to go here often. And I guess if this is the only place for birdhouses and they make birdhouses overpowered, that means that people will probably go here for the birdhouses. They'll also naturally tie into herb runs if people do that with the new allotment with the herb and flower patch there. So some of these pictures we have seen before. I think the nature area here with the fox statue and also the hills is my favorite area with the waterfalls going down. I love how detailed the rocky outcrops and stuff are. Yeah, this area is definitely my favorite area. Kind of reminds me of home, to be honest, a little bit. I live in the mountains myself, so there's vastly more trees in my mountain though. It has that cozy cabin aesthetic that I dream of. They've shown a lot of this outside bit here, but they haven't shown what's inside of the cave by the hill giants. There's also going to be some archaeology spots here, clearly. I'd assume this is the boss arena, so you probably climb over the bones to start fighting the boss. Looks like there's some kind of plateau almost over there and some red stuff going on over there. This seems like it's probably the outskirts of Wendlewick, but it's hard to tell. And then, yeah, this is probably what we saw as the red stuff in the distance. So there's some kind of corruption going on, likely connected to some kind of vampire-related storyline. Because those monsters are clearly vampire-related, but they're also nature-related in that they're tree creatures, right? Why would tree creatures be vampires? The same kind of goes for the Dreadhog, the vampire hedgehog boss. Why has it turned into a vampire? Does that pulsating red blob that they showed a little bit have something to do with corrupting the land and creatures feeding on, for example, the red grass kind of gain vampire essence into them and turn vampire through that? I've always been quite a big fan of nature shifting and twisting based on some kind of corruption though, especially if you get to see like how it was before and how it is now. There's for sure going to be thieving stalls here. You can probably train on those. I really like how cozy the little houses look. Here's one of the village head guys' office. I wonder if he'll tie into construction at all, because he did seem like he was that kind of person. So this must be the shore where you beach up at the very start when you arrive. The town's right up there on the top of the cliff. This one was a bit interesting though. Like, who is this and can we get this umbrella? Because I love the color of it. Some kind of Venescula sinister vampire character that's related to the storyline. The blog has some additional information on the Hill Giant King boss. A good early place to train prayer, as he always drops colossal bones. One of his drops is the Bone Crusher Maul, a two-hand melee weapon, but also automatically crushes bones for you, giving you experience. He also drops a skull mask that's useful for early game magic. Some extra information from the Dreadhog boss as well. It will drop silver and sanguine spines, and these are used to tip bolts and help us fight the sanguine monsters. I think this is easily the biggest box trap I've ever seen. The vampirism gloves are hybrid. That's fantastic. They might also be low-level gloves though, considering they're 35 slayers. It does feel like Jagex are trying to help out with sustained problems. Even if they're not useful gloves for high-level players, they could be useful for medium-level players. So later in spring, a new story quest is going to be added to Havenhythe, and that will progress the region's storyline a little further. In the summer, a First Age archaeology dig site is being added to the region. That will naturally include stories as well. And then the final part of Havenhythe's story comes in part 2 at the end of the year, where we'll face off against the region's greatest threat, the Garazi Blood Knights. Brand new solo and duo combat boss encounter. And that one's aimed at endgame players. A lot of exciting stuff though, I think. I am disappointed how the Masterwork Ranged Armor looked though. I think that was my biggest letdown, was how the Masterwork Ranged Armor looked. The concept art was amazing and then it just looked like that at the end. It's fine if you like it. I'm not saying you should hate it. I just don't like it at all myself. I will likely craft it, and if I do end up using it, I'll just always make sure that I hide the armor with something that I actually like looking at, I guess. It's such a shame though, because I genuinely like Masterwork Melee Armor. You can trim it, looks even better that way. I mean, for Masterwork Melee, you can just keep making it better, you know? You can give it gold trim, you can give it spikes. It looks good at the end. Masterwork Two-Hand Sword looks fantastic. I really like that sword a lot. Masterwork Spear of Annihilation looks really cool as well. Masterwork bow looks alright. I've seen better bows, honestly, but it looks fine. Masterwork staff, it looks fine. There's better staffs again, of course, but it looks alright. And then they decided to go full cowboy with this one. But yeah, for my personal taste, after the melee one, it just kind of went downhill with the designs. I think the hat is the only thing I dislike about the magic one. The brims going up like that, I don't like it. I wish the brims went downwards or were just flat instead. Yeah, no, it's a shame. It's a shame. Personal taste, obviously. It's fine if you like it. I'm just saying I'm not a fan. I wonder how different Havenhythe will be from the early designs, because you can see Wendlewick was all the way down here. Not entirely sure what this is. This seems like the foresty bit where the fox statue is. Maybe this is some kind of swamp, I don't know. This looks like the hilly area where the hill giants might be. I'd almost assume this is like a vampire area back here. Early concept art as well had Wendlewick on top of a cliff rather than being so close to the water, which it ended up being. I think they've nerfed the forest a little bit because it looks far denser here than it was in the end. Could be down to optimization as well, not having that many trees all over. In chapter 2, vampires come out. That'll be exciting. Big vampires to slay. Probably new Slayer creatures. This could be the foggy area in the concept art map. Third chapter going full vampire, of course. Primordial Strigoi, the Blood Knight boss. Rivers of Blood, maybe. Yeah, exciting stuff. Let me know what your favorite bit is, what you're looking forward to. I'm looking forward to grabbing some new pets with the new bosses coming out. Of course, I'll be making videos for all this content, so make sure to subscribe, like, and I'll catch you later.